So I'm at my sister's house and her fireplace is not working right. It's a gas fireplace. And there's switches over there and you flip them and nothing happens. So what we're going to do is try to dig in a little bit and figure out what's wrong with it. First step was I got online and researched a little bit and found the manual. That is a helpful tip for trying to fix almost any broken thing that you find. If you can find the owner's manual to the unit, you're gonna be better off just getting some basics on that, because they built it, they know how it works and what goes wrong with it. So that's why I started researching first. And the first step that I talked about when it doesn't pop on is to shove in some backup batteries to see what happens then. So that's what we're gonna do. The power to the house is still working, so I think the backups for when the whole power goes out to the house so that you can still have some heat. But either way, they said that's the first step, so that's what we're gonna do first. Okay, first step is to pop this cover off. You can see that this is not one of the older style with like the manual valve or a pilot's on all the time. This is an electronic ignition system that it has in here, so that the fuel only comes on when you tell it to come on. So it doesn't just have a pilot going on all the time. So that's why the one switch is going to flip on an igniter, and that's what's not going on. So we're going to put in some batteries to see if that does fix it. This takes 2 D batteries. I'll flip the switch and see what happens. Sweet, it works. Okay, so now that tells us that the gas is flowing right, the igniter is working right, nothing's plugged up or broken in that sense, so that's a good first step. Now I just need to figure out electrically why it is not igniting without these backup batteries. Okay, so we're down in here. There is a lot of electrical wires, some dust. There is a big power unit down here at the end, and I want to make sure the switch is flipped on right now. I want to make sure that we're getting power inside here the way we should. So I have just a normal power tester. We'll plug that in there and see if it lights up. Yeah, so it has good power where it needs to have it. And like I said, after we looked at the manual, we found out that this is a 3-volt system that the ignition works off of. And that is precisely what this says right down here is 3-volt system only. And these wires right here are going directly into that power pack. So we need to test and make sure that 120 volts that's coming out of here is getting brought back down by this transformer to 3 volts going into here. So we'll unplug it, turn our volt ohm meter to 20 volts because that's the lowest setting. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. But we will check and see what kind of voltage is coming out of this transformer. And there are 0 volts coming out of the transformer. So I need to unplug this guy and take a better look at it. I don't see anything burnt up or melted or anything. I might go try and test this on another outlet and see if it works. But otherwise, more than likely, this is the fault of not having enough power, not having the power to go into the ignition system to light this thing. Okay, so I toyed around with that transformer a bit more, and it's definitely bad. Temporarily, we put the D batteries back into it so that we could enjoy the fireplace, but we got on Amazon and matched up the numbers that were on the back of that transformer and ordered a new one. It should be here in a couple of days, and in theory, we'll just plug it right back in and everything should be working like gold again. So yeah, that's how to fix your electronic fireplace, gas fireplace. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like the video, share it with your friends if it would be helpful for them, and more content will be coming your way soon. Thanks.